What it do, eldrvzi Scion? Today we're going to be talking about my favorite segment called Let Me Cook. I'm going to take various commanders and I'm going to show you different pathways as far as like their builds and whatnot that are still effective and efficient. So let me cook. And the first person that we have up to bat, we have Rowan, Scion of War. Rowan, Scion of War. She's a 1 generic, 1 black, 1 red, 4/2 with menace, and tap. Spells you cast this turn that are black and or red cost X less to cast, where X is the amount of life that you lost this turn. Activate only as a sorcery. On the surface, she seems like an excellent X cost commander when it comes to like fireballs and those types of effects, but let's add a little bit of a twist on it. We are going to the advantage section, specifically card advantage. So one of the pieces that I really like inside of here is Argyle's Bloodfast. It's fairly simple. You pay 2 life, draw a card. Right off the bat, that's going to make things 2 mana value cheaper. On top of things like arrow bows, so that way we can start to get the engine revving. That brings me to 2 of my favorite cards within this section. One being Pain's Reward. It's a 3-cost sorcery that says you bid any amount of life. In turn order, each player may top the high bid. The high bidder loses life equal to the high bid and draws 4 cards. And the second card I want to bring up is Palantir of Orthing. It is a 3-cost artifact that says at the beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on Palantir of Orthing and scry 2. Then target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on Palantir of Orthing, and that player loses life equal to the total mana value of those cards. I'm going to elaborate more on why I had those picks, but first, let me cook. I'm going to start covering some of our ramp package, which includes a lot of rituals inside of here. I love the idea of a dark ritual to help our commander come out early, and then that can accelerate us into some other things, of course, along the way. So I would include things such as Seething Song and Mana Geyser to help us go a little bit further and faster. One of my cards within this category is Staff of Completion. It's a 3-cost artifact. It is a myriad of different things, but the most important one being you can tap it down to pay 2 life and add a mana of any color. Let me cook. You guys are probably asking yourself, why the hell are we not playing just the ubiquitously good cards inside of here? And my rebuttal back to you is, we are playing Thick Boy Typhal. I'm going to spotlight a couple cards. Starting us off, we have Asmodeus the Archfiend. It's a 6-cost 6/6 that says, if you would draw a card, exile the top card of your library face down. You can then pay 3 black mana, draw 7 cards, and then pay 1 black mana to return all exiled cards with Asmodeus to their owner's hand and lose that much life. And then we're going to bring to the plate Blastfurnace Hellkite. It is a 9-cost dragon that is a 5/5 with artifact offering. It's flying and double strike, but it also says creatures attacking your opponents have double strike. That doesn't mean that your creatures, it means any creature attacking your opponents have double strike, which is a pretty silly rate. And you're really not compromising on power either. I'm going to include cards in here like Razaketh, so we can sacrifice a creature and then tutor for whatever we feel like, or Hoarding Broodlord to get Sullen half, with the copy in the original to fetch Sacrifice or Burnt Offering, and then use Peer into the Abyss. Alrighty, Scions. I really appreciate everyone's time here, especially if you made it towards the end. If you guys really like this type of content, feel free to let me know down below. Really appreciate that. And if you have some cards that you would want to include inside of this list, feel free to let me know down below. I may play it on stream, so thank you. Take care.